Good morning, everyone. Today, day 5. So, today's coffee is from Papua New Guinea, and it's the first time actually that I try a coffee from there, and coffee from Oceania. So, from Asia, we moved to Oceania. This is a wash coffee. Here on the box, it says dark chocolate, baking spice, cherry. So I'm expecting a full-bodied coffee, let's say. But we will see based on the brewing method that I'm using today. Okay, let me see the beans. Okay, so what are we gonna do today? I'm laughing because we're going to use the Kalita Tsubame. So the Kalita Tsubame is a bit different than the classic Kalita Wave because they don't have the ridges at the bottom here like the Wave, but they have bigger holes. And with this brewer today, so we've been talking the past days about extracting a lot by grinding coarser and splitting the pores in higher numbers. So yesterday we did a 6 pores method, and now I'm still in this train of splitting pores. So I want to try one of the methods that I discovered in the past, kind of like 4 years ago, and it's 8 pores. So yeah, bear with me, guys. That's how it works for us professional. When we go into a rabbit hole, it's very hard to come out. So we're doing 15. Okay, we're doing 15, and I'm going to grind the coffee at 30 clicks. So 2 clicks coarser than yesterday. Remember yesterday we went 28, then I went a bit finer to, let's say, actually no, let's do this. Let's do 28, because yesterday I had to go finer 2 clicks to, let's say, extract a bit more to have a more balanced cup. Let's do 28 clicks. Oh no, it's a different coffee, but let's do 28 clicks and do the 8 pores method. So, all right, 28. Okay, I have 28. Going to grind the coffee and I'll be back. Coffee is ground. Let me wet the paper quickly and then we are going to brew this coffee. Paper, same way, same paper. So using the Kalita Wave 155. Once again, to feed the paper. One thing that I didn't say the last days, when you have a pack of Kalita 155 or 185, I always suggest you to get the bottom filter, okay? From the bottom and not from the top. It's actually what I do is this: when I have a full package, okay, you're gonna have the one inside more narrow like this and the one outside more wide, okay, open. So what I do is I split the pack in 2. So I'm gonna have outside some paper that are more spread like this and another side where they are more narrow like this. And what I do is this: I use one of Orea now to keep the one that is wide a bit closer, so they get in shape already with the dripper. This is very helpful to then when you're going to feed the paper in the brewer. But then when you grab it all the time from the bottom, okay? Because the one inside, they are more narrow, they're more close, the gaps, And as soon as you see the one outside, they are more in shape. Okay, they're less close here on the gaps. And so as soon as you start to get the one outside that are in good shape, the one in the middle, they start to open, basically, okay? So at the end of the day, at the end when you're gonna brew, you're gonna have more or less all of them in the same shape from the beginning to the end of the pack. All right, so as always, this is a bit on the bottom, and now all of it. Perfect. So while it drains, we're gonna do 8 pours, as I said. I promise you this is the last day. I'm gonna do this. I promise you. Tomorrow we're gonna try a different approach with different kind of brewers, okay? But bear with me. So we're gonna do 8 pours. The first one is going to be 50. And then I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do the first pour of 40 grams and then 7 pours of 30 grams, okay? With a total of 250 grams of water, okay? Coffee in, temperature of the water, keep it 90 degrees, so we don't change this variable. And we're gonna do 40 and then all 30s. And as always, like I did yesterday when we poured the 30 grams, try to be gentle as well, because otherwise creating too much digestion, then it will, maybe the water struggle to drain because the migration of fine particles in the paper. Okay, 70. Okay, this why I choose the Tsubame for this method is because the dripper, as I said, is slightly different than the Kalita Wave 155, the classic one, okay? What's going to happen is that, yes, this brewer has bigger holes in the bottom, but doesn't have these ridges, meaning that the paper in the bottom will be stuck almost completely to the bottom, and that is going to slow down a bit what is the airflow, okay? So it will have like a slower drainage. Okay, 130. So for this way, this method of grinding a bit coarser with this dripper might be a bit slower compared to the one from yesterday. You see, the water anyway goes fast. Always remember to pour the water when all the previous water has gone, okay? That is the most important thing of this method. So if you're using, of course, a different grinder and you see that the water struggle to go down, go slightly coarser. Then you will recover the extraction by splitting the pores. Okay, and we're doing the last one. Look at the dripper. I don't know if you can see. You see the water is completely transparent. So you can see from the top, you can see the actual, the bottom of where there is the ground coffee. That's because, let's say that most of the coffee has been extracted in this way. So there is not much more extraction in this last pour. It's more a dilution, okay? That we're gonna have to have the right TDS. Something that you can do if the coffee is too weak, you can avoid the last pour. Right. Okay, the aroma is not very intense. Maybe it's me. No, I don't have COVID, I'm sure. Okay. It's very chocolatey. The aroma is very chocolatey. Okay, so let's get this one today. Okay. Yeah, now it's a bit cooler. Gets more chocolatey. In the cup, I can smell it better. Yeah, in the cup I can smell it better, in the Sense cup, because the shape of the cup is ideal for trapping the aroma and then release it at the top where the cup opens. So that's why it's called Sense cup. Nice. I find a bit fruity here as well, but let's taste it. Okay. Very chocolatey, for sure. Cherry. Let's see if it opens a bit cherry more as the coffee cools down. It's always. No, this spoon is dirty. Okay. Okay. All right, so 1.43, and that is it's actually a good TDS for the ratio that I've used today. Today was 15 grams in and a total of 250 grams of water, brewing water. So yesterday I used 240, so less water. When you use less water, you should have a higher intensity and a bit lower extraction, of course, because you let less water pass through the coffee. So, okay, it's a different coffee, but this method with 28 clicks and splitting even more the pores, like 2 more, pouring less water, so refreshing the coffee more, you can achieve a high TDS, so higher extraction. I'm going to do something, okay? Just to show you Now 145, the TDS is stabilized. Coffee is good. Let's go back to the coffee and let's keep the science aside 1 second. The coffee is, it's actually really tasty. I can taste the dark chocolate, a lot of cacao. Has this like cacao sensation, like when you eat a praline, the coating cacao that you get in your mouth, and it's really nice. Cherry, yes, I can feel the cherry as well. It's very subtle. It's very subtle for me, the cherry. It's more the dark chocolate. It's actually, I was expecting to be more bitter, to be honest, because when you say someone says dark chocolate on the box, you might get a bit of like a bitterness, sometimes coming from the roasting process. But actually, I think it's okay, it's a good coffee. Came out very balanced, so I did a good job. And 145. I am happy with this, to be honest, okay? With you, I am happy with this. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to brew the same coffee with the same grind size, but doing less, split the purse in less number. Like, I just want to show you this splitting method, how it can be useful for when you have washed coffee and you want to grind coarser. Let's do this experiment, and I will be very quick. I'm gonna cut, so you're not gonna spend too much time watching this video. But I'm very curious to see what's the difference, and also to show you this difference of these two different methods. Okay, so everything is reset. Water is ready, coffee is ground, same grind size. What we're gonna do now, we're going to try with, let's say, half of the pour, okay? So I did 8 pours before, now I'm going to do 4. And I'm gonna split this 40 grams of bloom, like before, and then do 3 pours of 70 grams each. I will edit the video to speed up a bit the process, so it's going to be fast, okay? Let's get the same cup. So today, no cup difference. I knew I was doing this, so that's why I took this cup today. Okay. Okay, the aroma more or less is the same. Maybe it's more cherry this time. The first thing I noticed, mouthfeel body-wise, is thinner. Okay, so the body is not as rich as the one before. That is for sure one of the difference in between these two coffees. So what I'm expecting from this coffee is to be less extracted. Okay, 128, as you see. That's the difference. The previous one was 145, and this one is 128. Same water, same degrees, same grind size, same brewer, same ratio. but only changing the number of pours. So that is and not even like doing a lot of agitation. So I was all the time pouring very gently. In fact, the drainage, both coffees were very regular. But that is the power of extraction. With this is going to be the last video. I'm not gonna bother you anymore with this. But this is a variable that not a lot of people talking about. And I talk about this since 4 years now. I even talk about that on the stage at the World Championship in 2021 in Milan. No, it got a bit higher. 130. Okay. 130. Anyway, the previous one was 145. This one is 130. So you see that by just reducing, or in the other way, splitting more the water in smaller pours, but higher number, you can extract more from the same coffee, okay? This is a method that I usually suggest for wash coffee. Because they are a bit harder to extract, as I always say, they're a bit harder, so splitting the water, you can achieve higher extraction, okay? You don't need to go to grind finer, okay, to increase the extraction. Then you might have channeling, you might have bypassing, clogging. When you go finer with a washed, it's a bit tricky, okay? And also, depending on the grinder you have. Now, I'm using a Comandante. I have this grinder since 2018 and still performing as well as the first day I bought it. So for me, it's a great companion for coffee. I have other manual grinders, I try different brands, but I feel so confident and comfortable with this, and so I trust it, okay? I know that not everybody has the same grinder. Some grinders might struggle a bit when you go to grind fine wash coffee, because wash coffee usually they are harder to grind, and some grinders they can struggle. That's the way how it works. So you go to grind a bit coarser because you struggle to grind finer, or it doesn't give a good particle size distribution. You use this method to extract more, and that's it. You enjoy the coffee. So that's the lesson today, okay? And that's it. Tomorrow we are gonna switch, we're gonna do different things, okay? I promise. And that's it for today. I'm going to enjoy these both coffees because they're both good. It's this higher acidity, but this coffee doesn't have a lot of acidity, so it tastes a bit like thin, less body, but it's good. Maybe I'm going to blend it with one before. It's fine for the morning. It's good. So yeah, guys, I thank you again. Every day, amazing interaction. Continue like this. Yeah, and I wish you a wonderful day, and see you tomorrow with another coffee, another brew, another country. Tomorrow we are going to America, we're going to Mexico, so I'm excited to try that coffee. Perfect. Ciao.